right, you do have a dragon. If you remember, the dragon looks somewhat like Balmetria. That's weird.
Yep.
Not sure what that's about. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but yes, where we ended it, I think it's your turn, Damas. Because you played around with a dragon. And yes, if you remember, there's a minotaur who ran around the corner, blinded for some reason, and he's banging on doors. So, Damas, what do you do?
I'm going to maintain concentration on this old sucker, and I'm just going to turn and speak in Draconic to this big dragon to say, I have the blessing of Balmetria themselves. I am descended from the Dragon Lords of old and seek to assist you in your freedom. Clearly, Sydon has done some terrible things to you. Please align with us so that we can stop this terrible ill for good.
It looks at you and you get the impression it doesn't know what the hell you're talking about, even though you're speaking in Draconic. It responds mindlessly. Doesn't have a clue what you're saying.
Does it respond mindlessly, or does it respond as in, oh, that should make sense, but I don't know, sort of thing. You know what I mean? The difference between, zombie dragon or...
I don't know. Yeah. There's some intelligence there. It just does not understand Draconic for some reason.
Yeah, it was... Okay. It was doing some weird stuff last session as well, it wasn't acting in its own best interests or something, maybe?
It just wasn't listening to us.
Right.
Totally... anyway, so I'm going to pop out here to have a look down the hallway. Oh, yeah, there's the corpse of your thing. Don't see anything. Say to Particles, I think we would be best to sort of try and fortify this particular room, don't you think? And then Damas is going to pop back inside. And take the dodge action.
Okay.
Is the dragon completely free? I know we've burnt through one of the chains.
It's snap free. It's completely free.
Oh, okay.
And are those dragon eggs next to it? Or is that just flavour?
No, they're eggs there. I can't comment what type they are without a closer inspection, but they're definitely eggs.
You want to know what flavour they are? I'll have a taste.
I'll have an inspection of the eggs if you don't mind. If I'm able to.
Next turn, I think. Because now, let's start with Damas. Why don't you just roll me a flat D20?
Mm-hmm. 13.
13. Okay, thank you. Anomia.
Yeah. Oh, my turn?
Yeah, your turn. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. What's happening outside, Damas?
I couldn't see anything. I couldn't even catch wind of Svenper. I hope he's okay.
Okay, well, I will come... sorry. Back here. I'll neck off out here. Have a look up and down. There's Particles. That 1, 2, 3, 4.
You are hasted, I believe, so you got plenty of movement.
Yeah.
Vempu was fighting with someone up to the north, but I think that's the person who's knocking on the doors, trying to rally the troops.
Yeah. So that's my movement. I believe my movement is...
It's doubled.
Yeah, I'm just... Oh, no, my base movement is 35, so I'll just do that. That's 7. It's 35. Dash action.
You don't need to dash action. Your speed is doubled. Your base speed is currently 70.
Oh, right. Cool. Excellent. Cool. So now I can see. I'll yell back and say, "There's a one of them bloody monitors up here."
Yes, no, that was the one we were trying to take care of.
Okay. The one we're trying to take care of.
Well, bring him back here. Bring him back here. Let's see how he feels against the dragon.
Yeah, I'll just give him some whacks up here first.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3. So my movement gets me up to him, and he's got some mates up here.
I thought so. That's why I said come back here.
He's blind, Anomia, so we'd have
I'm going
advantage on
to-
attacking him.
Oh
Right.
yeah, and he has no opportunity attacks because he's blind.
That's
Yeah.
also true. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, perfect.
So I'm going to attack him with the Xander
Yep.
at advantage.
Yeah, 23 hits. And
Excellent.
technically, I don't think he's a giant, but let me check. No, he's a monstrosity, technically.
Oh,
He's my favourite enemy,
Oh, cool.
which means
not much.
Green. advantage on survival checks. Yeah, not much really.
Yeah, not much really. It's like the amount of times I heard Kyle excited. Oh, my favorite enemy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can just track them. Okay. That's alright. Did I roll damage? No.
No.
Just at advantage. The guy is making a
So,
hell of a
that's-
racket. Trying to wake up the creatures that you see asleep, but that's a solid hit, Anomia.
Oh, okay. Ooh. So I gave him a good whack, and then I'm gonna second attack of my 2 attacks at advantage.
21 hits. Might be a natural 20, but it's not. But 21 is good
No.
enough. Sydon is exactly what you need to take him down. He lets out a mighty roar as he goes down. And at the moment, none. Well, see, you see what you see. We'll put it that way.
Right. I'm going to use the. I'm going to. I'm going to try and use the hide action with my extra action from haste.
Mm.
Okay, where are you going to hide?
Behind this corner here, so I can. If that works, or do I need movement to do that?
That, so you're gonna just push your like back hard against the wall to avoid being seen by these guys. Inside.
Yeah, but I want to still have eyes on them, if that's all right.
Sure. Well, let's see how good your stealth roll is, and we'll take it from there. Okay, pretty good roll.
Bad.
So back pressed against it, holding still. And who's next? Anomia, you can roll me a d20.
Ah. I normally like rolling d20s, but this feels a little bit.
I won't say what that's about, but we'll just say thank you very much for rolling that d20, and we'll focus on particles.
Righto. Well, I'm just going to move very subtly.
Remember, there's a trap in front of you. Yeah,
Yes, I know that. I was
cool,
just
just
moving back just to check that I wasn't going to get flanked down the corridor with somebody rushing around. Give me a slightly better
Rushton.
angle on the thing there. I've still got that spell available for the next 3 rounds anyway of Sunbeam.
Yep.
But obviously, check that at the moment. So I will remain here. The only thing I was going to call out is try different languages. So I was going to, I call out in Minotaur, try different languages to speak to the dragon.
Is that what you say in Minotaur?
In Minotaur, just in case it gets a response.
Does not.
It gets
Been guarded by Minotaur?
no response from Damas.
Or the dragon. Maybe
Ooh,
somewhere
dragon.
in some distant plane, maybe Okobolo responds, but apart from that, no one else does.
Yeah. Okay.
Anomia hears you and goes, oh, okay, right, sweet.
And since I'm otherwise just
I'm going by the order I see on the bottom. So Particles. So happens, yes.
Yep.
Please roll me a d20. The dragon that is Belmetria kind of steps over Damas with a massive frame, then opens her wings and flies northwards. That's what she will
What,
do.
flies northward?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a dragon.
Okay.
She has wings, so she flies to the north. Where is that? I don't know. You might have to go have a look around there. Damas, as she steps over top of you. Yep. What do you do, Damas?
So she's left her eggs behind?
Hold on a sec.
Or
Same
the
that
eggs? Yeah. I'm gonna try and get past and try and. I've been looking at all my spells. There's not much I can do because my Dragon Lord special power, Bond of the Dragon Lords, takes 1 minute of touch. Oh, and it has to be a newly hatched dragon. Oh.
well, that's not to say that this isn't one of those forced magic young dragons. That possibly that's why the dragon didn't stand. I'm just surmising.
Yeah, I know. All right, so I've got
just seen a
35.
dragon fly up the corridor.
Yeah, I fly to the north. 1, 2, sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's a Nomia there. Which way? Oh, you don't know. You can't speak. You're hiding. I can't see the dragon.
You can't see me, bro.
I can't see anyone. My perception is really high, actually, but yeah, I'm not actively looking, so I don't see you with a stealth of 28. So
The dragon,
all I saw
but
was
the massive wings of the dragon's beating. It's very obvious that she went north. Beyond that, you
so
can't
up
see.
this way.
Yep, north, straight ahead.
7. All right, that's my first round. Might take a second round then. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. And I can't see anything much further than that.
Rather strangely, you get the glimpse of a tree. A tree?
A tree?
Oh,
Oh, I can see it!
yeah. Well, why is this? It's a tree. Man. I'm going to require further investigation. And Damas,
I'm a wood elf.
Damas, roll me a d20.
Oh, crikey. $11.
Still not looking for what I'm wanting to see, so that won't do that.
Whoa.
Anomia, you hear
Yeah.
gentle snoring coming from inside of the room.
Coup de grace.
No, I'd like to see if there's some way I can bar this door so that even if they do wake up, they won't be able to get out.
As a free action, you can definitely close the door.
Mm-hmm.
The big super heavy iron doors that are giant
that's-
sized.
Well, first of all, make me a strength check
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure you can actually physically close the doors. Ooh, just. So you managed to put your back into it and close the doors.
Yeah. And now, is there some way of barring them? Like I'd even
Well,
I'd
there's big stone handles on each. It's a double door on each side of the door. Actually, is it a double door? No, it's a single door. Sorry, it's a single door. So you tell me.
And does it open out or in?
Bedrooms would usually open inwards, so it opens inwards.
Ah. If it opened out, I could wedge it. But because it opens in, all I could do would be try to tie the handle, or if there's like the most amazing thing would be if there would be a couple of brackets to slide a sword through or something like that.
Let's have a look.
Otherwise, I'd use my rope to tie the handle to something across the hallway so they can't open it.
Yep.
If there was a sconce like that.
I think it would make sense to be a sconce. There's something on the wall. Yeah, a sconce. It's currently not lit, but we'll say in each of these indentations, in theory, you could light up this place. Each of these little indentations. So if you'd like to tie a rope to the door handle and to the sconce on the wall, then you can certainly try.
Yeah, I'll tie a sheet.
You
a sheet
can
pitch.
certainly try.
Well, let's see how good your rope skills are. Your survival check, Anomia.
Come on. Oh.
Yeah.
You think you do an excellent job. And I'll just
Come on,
put here
Anomia. You're a bloody ranger.
little 6. There we go. So remember how strong the door is.
Yeah. And I look at that and I dust off my hands and go, that's fantastic. So in terms of action economy, what have I got left? I still got movement. So
that would have taken your action to do that. You can still have one more weapon attack and tons of movement.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Poor Gabby. I'll pick up Gabby on the way through if I can.
Sure.
12. What's up there, bro?
I can see a tree.
Okay. Well, that'll be the end of my movement to there. And I'll say, I'm with you, bro. And just take the dodge action, I guess.
With the doorway shut and nobody making any noises, what I was having you guys roll for is if one of the Geigen heroes would wake up, and they were going to wake up on a 15 or higher. I think Damas got closest, but he didn't. And if one of them woke up, he would have woken up a lot more. So I'm going to say you pause for just a moment, wondering where the next attack is coming from. And you pause, and no attack comes. So we're out of initiative order. Anomia, I don't think it'll really matter, but your haste fades, and you get momentarily stunned, but inconsequential. Damas, I guess you're not dodging, but your spirit guardians are up for at least a little while. And
Yep.
Damus, you are concentrating on...
Spirit Guardians.
Sorry, Particles. What were you concentrating on?
So I had the sunbeam, which I think lasts, can be used for a minute. So I'm assuming that since we're out of time there.
Yep.
But in terms of this floor section in front of me, which is, it looks like 10 feet, knowing myself and the mechanics of this, would I be able to leap across that if I go back a little bit and take a sort of running jump?
What's your
Across
strength
that?
score?
Okay, that's a good question. It's a reasonable one. 13.
You think you can make it easily?
All right. Well, rather than use the Misty Step, which is how I got here in the first place, I will indeed do the backup run and attempt to do that jump across
Okay.
that section of floor.
Well, your jump distance equals your strength score, not your strength modifier. So you can jump 13 feet with a running jump, Particles. So feel free to sail over the pit.
Okay.
Robes billowing behind you.
Yep. Well, it was either that or I'd have to use the emergency feather fall. And since I haven't been into the room that the dragony doofer thing was, I suppose I will actually head towards the eggs and attempt to identify what they are.
Use investigation or medicine.
Not a nature check.
Oh, nature check would be fine.
Well, it's my medicine's higher, but I was
choice.
just checking. It's just seemed, yeah.
They are most definitely dragon eggs. 2 of them are cold and dead. You don't know why, but they're dead dragon eggs. One of them is the 24. You recognize the markings as it's a silver dragon egg, and it's quite mature, in that it might happen maybe in a day, maybe in a week, but its hatching is imminent.
Right. Well, knowing that Damus would be somewhat interested in a dragon's egg such as that, I will endeavour to carefully pick that up and enfold it in my cloak.
Sure.
Okay. And after I've done that, I will attempt to move quietly up the corridor to where I saw Damus running off to. I don't know if they'll be ahead of me, so I'm assuming that I will be a little behind them before we arrive.
I think to note about the egg is that it's very cold to the touch, and extremely cold to the touch, in fact. And if you weren't using your robe, you'd start getting like frostbite on your fingers. So it's incredibly cold.
Oh, okay. And that's I'll ask Damus. He's the dragon expert. He'll know all about silver dragons.
Okay.
Right,
So as Particles rejoins up, presumably to the north. Anomia, Damus, what are you guys doing?
I'm just going to keep on slowly. I'm going to keep on listening out for the beating wings of the dragon. I'm going to move forward slowly but sure. Oh, see it.
You see Belmetria. Actually, I'm going to change one setting on this map. Just give me a second. I'm going to make the whole place light up, because you see Anomia, Particles, and now Damus, a room that should be impossible. The walls of the tower open out onto a rolling fields under beautiful blue skies. Verdant countryside stretches for miles, filled with colourful flowers and lush vegetations. Birds and beasts roam freely. And you wonder, what the hell is this? That's what you see.
Would I be? Is there a particular tree that looks massive, like out of place?
Well, every tree looks out of place. It shouldn't be here, but there's no.
I know, but like, is there like the world tree though, like that sort of thing? I'm thinking of.
Oh, I see. Nope, no, nothing massive. Nope.
I go up to. Have you showed me the dragon egg yet?
Well, I'm behind you, so I thought you guys were in front of me anyway. So I imagine that. And I was attempting to be quiet, so I don't think I've quite caught up to you yet.
What I'm thinking of doing is like trying to sort of go up to the dragon and sort of with a sort of calming gesture, sort of
the
like
dragon is stretching its wings. It's flying around in this open air. Not like leaving you, but just enjoying stretching its wings almost, it seems. It's just enjoying flying.
So what Damas sort of claps in a happy manner and looks up at the dragon and then scatters Belmetria's bones in front of himself and just sort of tries to channel the spirit guardians through the bones as a way of trying to capture the dragon's attention, and also just channel himself to the dragon, trying to connect to the dragon somehow.
Interesting. Make me an animal handling check. We'll do it that way.
All right.
Bones.
Awesome. 12. That second one was it's glitching. Did 3, but yeah, 12.
I was going to say with advantage because of the way you did it. So then 18.
So 18.
Belmetria, quote unquote. She's doing some very un-Belmetria things. She lands, and just 1 second.
Eats me. One bite.
Oops. It's not going to eat you. Thank goodness for Control Z. I like Control Z. Rather strangely, Belmetria polymorphs and is polymorphs into a human. Just for convenience, just assume every time I say Belmetria, pretend I'm doing it in quote marks.
Yeah.
And
Belmetria-esque.
And Belmetria turns into something that looks like Damas. What?
I was going to say Damas stands up and does an acting school exercise with no. Damas looks out at Damas and starts speaking in Elvish.
No response. But you did see the dragon's form physically change and turn into Damas. So this is Belmetria. In fact, I'll put on her just so.
Yep, no, I understand that.
Okay, so it's very obvious Belmetria.
Mine's the one.
Very obviously looks like you.
Yeah. He puts his hand out to shake his own hand. Comes across.
Looks at your hand confusingly.
Then he turns to Anomia and does the handshake with Anomia, the predator shake with Anomia, and then spins around and looks expectantly at Belmetria.
Belmetria puts her back against a wall and sits down.
Damas sits down too. And what Damas will do is he will pray. Sort of praying. Let's have a look here. He's going to ritualistically cast. No, hold on. I'm thinking. Sorry.
While you're thinking, Anomia wanders out into this area not too far, and picks up a handful of the soil and starts to wonder, like, where the soil is from, whether it feels right for this area, or like really actually kind of disbelieving it. Like, is this soil fake or something? Like,
Nature check. Oh, and by the way, can everybody please make me a wisdom saving throw?
nature check.
Nature check and a wisdom saving throw for everyone.
Excellent.
And it's dirt, Anomia. What more is there to say?
Man, it's rolling 3 times every time my thing. Sorry. I don't know what's happened there.
So as you actively walk into this, I'm assuming Particles gets there at some point. He's going to hang it on the edge there. But as you go inside, it feels really, really nice. Compared to the horrors you've seen and all your travels with the nightmares of Lutheria, with Sydon still out there somewhere, this is perhaps the nicest place you've ever been. And you're tempted just for a moment to say, screw it. Let's just spend our life here. It feels like paradise. And you're lured to stay here forever. But you think, you got worlds to save, so you resist the urge. But it was tempting.
Oh, this place is enchanted.
Yeah, Damas is considering. No, he doesn't have any spells like Dispel Magic or anything like that. He does. Can Damas wants to investigate the dragon to see if there's some sort of magic mute button being placed on this dragon?
Do an Arcana check as the dragon does
going?
move. Just heading north. Finds a nice tree. It goes further than it shows on the map. She goes about 100 feet in. Finds a tree. And lies down.
I want to show them both the egg.
Sure. Well, first of all, Arcana, your Damas, on the dragon. In your opinion, it doesn't have any magical enchantment on it. It's just not speaking for some reason.
It's for me, Gerald. It's sort of reminding me of those thought experiments around a dragon raised away from its own kind, so it doesn't know any language, so to speak.
Right.
Damas looks down at the egg, and he very much is interested in the egg and wants to sort of see if he knows what flavor of dragon egg it might be.
With particles inside, it's definitely a silver dragon egg, and it's going to hatch maybe tomorrow, maybe in a week, but it isn't.
All right, cool.
Would need caring for, but it's possible.
With his permission, with Particles' permission, he'd like to sort of get some form of cloth, and he says to Particles, I might just show it to Belmetria. Clearly, she has been looking after it, or at least forced to. Would you be okay if I showed it to her?
It wasn't my egg. It's just I didn't want to leave it abandoned in the nest. There were 2 others that were themselves, by the looks of it, inert and had sadly not survived. And I'm not sure with the silver dragons, because it's very cold to the touch. whether they need to keep their eggs particularly cold in order for them to survive. So I'd hate for it to warm up.
I'd search through my mind to see if I knew whether silver dragons abandon their eggs or not.
No, they don't generally. The other thing
Right,
with what particle is known is if you want this egg to hatch, it must be kept in a dark place and be kept very cold. Like at the moment, if Damas has the eggs, in your opinion, you're actively killing it because it's not being kept cool.
So I explained that quickly to Particles to see maybe if he could take it back. He's going to yell out to, not yell out, but he's going to walk into the space and just call out to see if he can capture the attention of Balmetria with a just to see if Balmetria responds to audible things.
You call out to her and she looks back at you and responds, but in an uninteresting way.
He says the word Balmetria to her to see if that sparks anything.
Nope. Looks like she's going down for a nap. But you determined that with an particle suspicion she might be deaf. In your opinion, she's not deaf. In your opinion, she's acting like you saw her breathe ice at one stage. You saw her turn into a humanoid form, which you've seen before. I'm going to say by this time the best way to describe whatever is afflicting her is mute. She just doesn't speak. Like you tried Elvish, you tried Draconic, you tried Common, and in fact all three of you
tried Minotaur.
Go Minotaur. All the language you use, you get an equally dumbfounded expression. She's acknowledging that you're talking to her, but she doesn't respond or show any sign of understanding.
Have you taken care of the egg, Particles, or would you want to show it to her?
I think we should show it. I mean, I could cast the gust cantrip on it to try and keep it cool.
Mm-hmm.
A nice cooling breeze. But yes, I think we should go and show that.
Damas, you know a gust of wind isn't going to cut it.
Yep.
No, but it was an effort.
Oh, sure.
Albeit not a very good one.
Okay, so Particles, you're approaching with the egg?
Yep.
Yeah, Balmetria kind of looks at it and rolls on her side with her back to you. You hear a gentle snoozing sound coming from her.
Damas, do you think perhaps I could use the Rhymes binding ice to cool it? Or should we just go and put it back in the nest? If it's left unattended, I fear that it too may follow the fate of the other eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, one of the things that I can do as a potential, I've got a spell which is Bond of the Dragon Lords, and I can cause it to hatch within an unhatched dragon egg. And spend one. Okay, so that it hatches. I need to look after it for X amount of days, not hours or minutes. So I can't do that.
Time to bond.
Pardon?
Needs time to bond with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
all going well, the dragon would hatch. It would need to be the first thing you see. You cast the spell, and then you need to be around it all the time. Like any.
Yeah, just reading the wording of the spell, it can cause an unhatched dragon egg. You spend 1d4 days, and then it hatches. So that's according to the spell, but that's okay.
Yeah, so do we think that this dragon is developmentally challenged and doesn't know how to take care of its eggs, and that's why the other two are dead? And
I think so.
So if like we can't just leave the egg with the dragon and then everything's going to be fine.
No. Well, I think that ultimately, in Damas's eyes, he's keen to help the dragon, help the egg hatch on the way back to whatchamacallit?
Petros, yeah?
Petros, that's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah. So, do you know how soon you have to get it to a cool place?
Yeah, do I, Malcolm?
Sooner the better.
Sooner the
Sooner
better.
the better.
Well, as I
Alright.
say, I mean, I can certainly craft a rhymes binding ice to surround it with ice without
Mhm.
freezing or damaging it itself, because I think I have the ability to do that. If you
Yep.
think that would aid the development of the egg, or do we need to perhaps return it to the Ultros quickly and store it there, or should we return it to the nest and me?
Because Damas and Pardicles and Anomia know their abilities better than the players do. Do any of you have the Ray of Frost spell, the cantrip? Ray of Frost.
No.
Or any cold-based
No.
cantrip. Oh, that's a problem then. So that would be an easy solution, but if you don't know the cantrip, then... Dunno, you got a problem.
I can radiate it and toll it's dead. Yeah, or like, I mean, what's our like, are we going to try and confront Sydon here, or have we done enough just by getting the Myrmex involved?
I feel that I would need a very hectic rest to confront Sydon, and
No,
we don't really
precisely.
have,
That's
we don't
what
really
I
have
think so as well.
I think we should get back to the ship
I think we should try and get back to the ship immediately.
and having the dragon.
Yeah.
And I tied that rope real good, guys. So those Gigants, they're not coming into the battle. We're staying home.
Everyone's sort of, where's Gary? Where's Gary the Gigan? I don't know. It's like, what?
So the question is can we use the lift to get back down, or do we need to exit via the stairwell? Since the tower was over 1,500 feet high, and if I can't feather fall us safely all that distance, I believe.
Yeah, well, so we came up through like the exhaust system, and there was gears and stuff that we got caught up with. Is that right?
It was
Correct.
through some sort of water ducting. Yeah, so we don't know if the water goes back down or how that works. There was some random pipes off to that, and I could not discern what they were for. I think they have something to do with the forge, perhaps. Maybe powering the forge.
Is this area open to the sky?
Yep. Blue skies,
Yep.
green fields, birds chirping, crickets
Well,
chirping, and it goes as far as you
in
can
that
see before
case-
it disappears into mist type of thing. But you suspect it goes for a long,
In
long
that
time.
case,
Can we see any
No.
landscape areas or some sort of thing? Like any defining features, like from the mainland?
No. Wherever this is,
okay.
it's nothing you recognize. So nothing doesn't look like Thylia at all. It looks idyllic, in fact. Very idyllic.
This sounds like Feywild bullshit.
The Spirit Guardian's fate.
Cool.
Well, if this area is open to the sky, I know a way to get back to the Ultros, and I will cast Conjure Animals and summon some giant eagles to fly us back to the ship.
But if this is a different realm,
This is a different plane,
or
I
a
think.
different plane, then we
I
might
assumed. I thought this area was open to the sky. Like I thought that.
Well, the sky you left the Ultros in was under the effects of Sidon's storm, like storms, raging, rain.
Oh, okay,
pelting
right.
down. This is a different sky. There's no rain.
Okay. Yeah. No. I
Yeah.
I thought it opened out onto a balcony or something like that.
No.
Oh, it stretches for miles. It's not just a balcony. Just the map. I can't make the map that big. Literally goes for miles north and stretches out east and west. Miles and miles and miles.
Okay. So how far from the top of the tower do you think we are?
Oh yeah. So if we look up the side of the building that we've come out of, is there is there a tower above us
Nope.
on this sort of side?
Nope.
Or is it just
Oh.
open to the sky and there's like a weird cave that we've just come out of?
It's just like a
So what we're
cave.
saying is,
A cave mouth would be a good description. And you look back and you just see into like where Anomi is standing.
Right.
And judging by how much you've traveled and how far up you've gone, you're like almost at the top of the tower, in your opinion. Almost at the top. Just, you saw
So
it
if
from
we
the
can get
outside.
to the top,
Mm-hmm.
if we can get to the top, we may be able to do some giant eagle flying, which would be pretty rad.
Alright, so shall we try and go up and out? Your feather fall, how far can you fall with feather fall?
so I think you end up falling at 30 feet per round for like 6 rounds. So I think technically it works out to be about 360 feet that you can safely do for up to 6 individuals. And we have to perhaps go and collect our friend. I saw that the herringbone had been struck down.
60 feet per round for 1 minute. So 600 feet you could fall.
600 feet, yeah.
So we'd still need to be near the bottom of the tower, I would imagine.
Unless we ride some eagles.
Or
Let the
I
spirit
cast
carry
it multiple times.
Yep.
Yeah. By the way, where's that rabbit?
The rabbit's with you, but not actively participating. We'll just put it that way.
Okay, cool.
Riley's
I
not
just
here.
wanted to make sure we didn't leave him there feigning death.
No.
Yeah, well, I don't think he was feigning death. He looked very dead to my medical check. There was no pulse, nothing. But I thought we should return his body to the Ultros anyway.
Yeah.
How bravely he took on those minotaurs and took them around the corridor so that I could blast them with the sunbeam.
Everybody make me an intelligence check, please.
Just an intelligence
Just
straight up
D20
test
plus
or saving throw?
intelligence. D20 plus your intelligence modifier. And
20.
Please. 20.
19 for me.
So Damus, you look around. You see Anomia beaten up. You see everybody. You know your friends are low on spells. You know that the Oath of Peace is just 4 days away, and it's going to take 3 days travel to get back. So you have a day, and if only there was some idyllic glade or something that you could rest up in.
Oh my goodness. So, what does that mean?
Means the DM
So this
is
glade-
just pointing out that it might be possible to get a long rest.
Right here?
Yeah, why not?
I've heard of this place, and this might be a place where we could get some rest, everyone.
So I could, given our egg situation, the Learman's tiny hut, I could arrange for it in terms of it says to be a comfortable conditions for it. We could make that comfort, particularly cold. I think I can set the conditions in there to be chilled, if not absolutely cold. If we wanted to store the egg in there, if we rested.
Darkness, I'm sure that might work well. Hopefully.
Well, if you think it would work, then we could certainly do that.
Do I think it would work, Malcolm?
Just looking at it. Yes, well, I'll put it this way. Even if it could work, if it was cold enough, the egg, it would be too cold for you.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I wasn't anticipating us going in there if we were going to do that. The idea was that we would be outside.
Little incubation chamber almost.
Lehman's tiny esky.
Yeah.
That's
well, in lieu of the fact that I can use a spell slot or two to chill the surrounding area and frost that. It's not the like the Ray of Frost, the cantrip that you were talking about, but it is a spell that will chill an area.
I'll allow that with Lehman's tiny hut because it says the atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry, and comfortable is a
Well,
relative thing. And comfortable
Yep.
for a dragon eggs would be icy cold, like below freezing.
Right.
So yeah, I'd allow that. Yeah.
And since you said it needs to be dark, then we can make the dome opaque while we take our rest. Which,
Sure.
if we get disturbed here, well, then we can still fight, but the egg would still be safe. But we should go. The heron gone, and
Sure.
Yep.
put a couple of gold pieces on his eyes.
That's a bit early for that, isn't it?
But I did a medical check. There was no pulse. I think he was clearly dead.
Oh, that's right. Okay, well, time for a cremation then.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think Sven Pura can break out of it if he wants to.
Yes, but given the conceit that none of us actually saw him doing that, all we heard was the clatter, and then to us, if we were to look at it, he looks dead.
So put
But
the coins
also
on it,
handily,
his corpse.
and
Yep.
handily, it means that he's out for some time.
Oh yeah.
I forget what the duration is.
Cool.
Okay, so we're committed to taking a long rest here since we have a few hours, and then to make good our escape, or
Yeah, potentially. Well, if we have a long rest, then we might be able to explore even further.
Well-
I know that we have 3 days to get back, but maybe if we have a long rest now, then we could actually make our escape.
Well, if we
As
have
well.
a long rest now, and then we go up and out, we might find a thing that we need to deal with on the way through, but we're still going up and out, right?
Yeah. Okay. Fine. That works fine by me. Like, we do a big Assassin's Creed dive off the top and hope there's a hay bale at the bottom.
So you set up. You're going quite a bit to get away from possible patrols, and you set up your Learman's tiny hut for the or Belmetria, quote unquote, for the egg, in fact, sorry, for the egg to put inside the chamber. And in Damas's opinion, that should be perfectly fine. You set
I
up.
try to do that really obviously, though. Like, look at us taking care of this egg and looking over at the sleeping Belmetria, hoping that makes any difference.
We'll see if it does. And Damas, roll me a d20, please.
Okay. Ooh, D20 coming right up. Ooh, click. That will be an 11.
You set up watches during the night, and the only thing that bugs you are things like deers and elk. Just really pleasant.
Mhm.
You feel free to long rest. You're long rested.
Wowee. And I'm just looking, I've been looking through since I knew that, I've been looking through my spell slots to see if there's any way of communicating with this person.
some sort of psychic communication.
Yeah.
If
Oh.
only that lousy siren was here.
Well, no, I do actually have. Oh, I'm an idiot. I have. Where is
Talk
it?
to the animals?
Cantrip. No, I have.
Message.
Message.
Long rest successful, Anomia, so feel free to long rest.
Excellent.
Message. You point a finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message. Can reply and you can cast it through. It doesn't say. Oh, but it's whispering, so it's still the same language. Trying to find a communicating type spell that I might be able to use. Sorry, that's what I'm just doing as part of.
Yeah, no worries. I'll have a quick nosy through the spell list.
Yeah. Calm emotions. Zone of truth. Tongues.
Tongues? Yeah.
Yep. The spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language can hear. The target understands what it says. Okay, cool. So we can hear what it says. So that's what I'm putting into my spell slot. There, tongues. I knew there was one.
While I was sleeping on it, there was another thought that, as you said, that if this dragon has been brought up in isolation away from any sort of stimulation, it may not have gained any language skills at all. So
Yeah,
it may be pre-literate in that sense. So, so sort of instead of Helen of Troy, we could be looking at Helen Keller of Troy.
Yeah, no, precisely. But looking at the spell as it's written, it says that it can understand us, and so long as you can speak a language, then you can understand it. If that makes any sense. So, just looking at the one to take off it. So I'm going to take this one off.
You don't need that Spirit Guardians, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly what I took off. I took off the dodge action. I've traded in the dodge action for tongue.
Yeah.
Cool. Damas awakens with a start and goes straight through to Balmetria, and the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. And so Damas casts it and says to Balmetria, I feel like you are an important dragon. Please, do you understand me now?
Thank you for saving me. I appreciate it.
I am beyond appreciative for your help too. It was very important for us. Please tell me your story. Did Sydon capture you?
Sydon? Who is Sydon?
Well, what about these Gigans? Did they capture you themselves?
Shit. I've been here my whole life. This tower is all I know. I do not know how I got here. I was not something one day and then something the next. I do not understand. I must admit, I do love these open areas where I can stretch my wings. It is most desirable, having been chained up for so many years.
Yeah, please tell me, why were you chained?
I don't know.
The master of this place is the Sydon who we speak of. It would have been at his bidding that you were chained.
I do not like this Sydon there. One thing I kept on hearing them saying is something about the flesh of Balmetria. I do not know what that means.
I have the bones of Balmetria.
Who is Balmetria?
Balmetria was a mighty dragon that the Dragon Lords rode into battle against Sydon and the other Titans of this world. And yes, Balmetria fell. And dare I say it, you bear a striking resemblance to Balmetria themselves.
Yes.
Now, with Balmetria's blessings, I have Balmetria's bones. So if you are the flesh of Balmetria, perhaps I can reunite you with the bones and you'll become whole again.
This wonderful
I believe
ability to speak, and I understand exactly every word in that sentence, but I comprehended almost nothing. You speak in riddles I do not understand.
She is flesh of Dalmetria Damas. She's an ancestor. She is a descendant.
Mm-hmm. Now, please tell me, did you lay the eggs in the nest?
The this man, he was tall, much taller than any of you. And all I remember is he had a third eye. My understanding is people either have one or two eyes, but he had three. If you remember, she was held by one-eyed giant, so it's not surprising she's talking about one eyes being normal. And he brought in a brood of
clutch.
Not a clutch. There was other dragons, and they made me mate with them and produce evil offspring. So I see you're caring for that egg. I do not care for that egg. Another evil dragon might emerge. I suggest you smash that egg.
My ancestors, we rode with dragons to battle, and we fought alongside each other, and so I find that it tends to be the nurture of said dragons that leads to great results. So I feel it's worth it to, at the very least, for my attempt to bond with it, so that it could learn my ways that much better.
That comes from those eggs is evil. There was a man who visited us once. He was given the dragon that was called Icarus. And another dragon called Argon.
Do we recognize those names, or?
You do.
Are those the dragons of Dickhead from Metros?
Yep.
Yep. Right.
That's what I thought.
If you remember Commander Gaius, that top bloke?
Yeah.
His dragon was Argon. And King Sydon's was given Icarus. Icarus was that silver dragon perching on top of the palace with all the silver gold pieces, the silver pieces. Yeah, so the Icarus and Argon definitely ring true to you. But Icarus chased you on the Ultros. Oh no, Argon chased you when you freed Okobolo from captivity. He was a dragon who came after you.
Yeah.
And when we had heard that there was someone who was raising the dragons again and artificially bringing them to adulthood to put them under their control. I mean, these beautiful and intelligent creatures that should be free to wander the world without causing devastation.
These men have perverted your offspring. Does it anger you? If given the chance, would you strike against these men?
Giant three-eyed fellow, I would have anger towards him. That is true. But I must warn you. There are more of my brood around here. I don't know for sure because I was kept in that room for so long. But at least 3 other dragons around here somewhere.
Oh.
And you might be right about nurture versus nature. But regardless, these things have been nurtured with nothing but hatred. If you are noble, remove this evil from the world. If you're sensible, stay the hell away.
Well, see, here's the thing. I feel that perhaps you might want to help us rid this evil of the world. Rid the world of this evil, should I say. And so, what say you about potentially joining us in this? I mean, you've obviously taken my form. I can see why. It's a very pleasing form and everything like that. But are you trying to say perhaps you might want to, be hanging out with us?
Smooth, dude.
You showed me kindness. You freed me when I was trapped. You were kind to me. You talked to me about the spell Mitra and how I'm somehow like her. I will join you for now, at least. But what I most long for is to be free. To breathe my wings and fly far, far away.
Well, see, that I can absolutely help you with, I feel, because there's true freedom. Like this room here is a wonderful place where we might be somewhere new or that sort of thing, but it's still connected to this tower. My intention is to have you be free within the wide expanses of Thylia. I feel you'd have a wonderful time.
Shall we go deal with this 3-eyed man then?
Certainly. Just one final request of you. Are you able to just keep this egg a little bit chilled every once in a while? Give it a little top up on the old chill factor, because while I know that you might not agree with it per se, what I'm saying is if I bond with it immediately, I'm sure it would do us a great service. And so if you wouldn't mind us just helping us look after this egg a little bit while you're in our service, while you're in our company, should I say? Yes.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Oh, damn us. 8.
8. Let me see the egg.
Okay. Because he thinks he's persuaded her. With him. Yes, of course. Particles.
Yes, okay.
Yeah,
She attunes her dragon form again, picks up the egg in her mouth, smashes it to pieces, and then returns back to Damas. You do not understand. Anything that I've born has come from it, has turned evil. You're naive if you think nothing else will happen. So you see the yolk and the thing still dripping down her mouth. Actually, it was 1d6 days away from hatching, so it's almost a little mini dragon inside of there. In the Philippines, when I was there, they have a delicacy called balut, which is a fertilized duck egg, which is they boil all just before the thing hatches, and so there's this little duck embryo inside. And I've had a few, and they're disgusting, but they love it. That's what this egg was like. You had one? What'd you think?
One in Puerto Princesa, yeah.
Is it good?
I think.
Oh, nah. It was, yeah. There were little feathers in there, bro.
Well, it depends on the region. Some regions like it with feathers. Some regions like it with hardly any embryo in it. So it varies from region to region. So you got a feathered one, yeah. I did at a survey when I was teaching maths here. I said to the kids, you could have, we'd like doing graphs and stuff to, as an exercise. And it was like, the question was, go home, ask your family members, ask whoever you can, if you'd like bullet, candy, or fruit. You could have one of those things. Which would you like? And the vast majority chose bullet. So they love the shit. This is the dragon form of bullet.
Right.
Dartmouth is a little heartbroken, but so be it. I do have one final question for you, Belmetria. If I may call you that, I presume you're the flesh of Belmetria. Would you mind just taking a look at these bones of your ancestor and see if by touching it or some other course of action something happens?
Belmetria wanders up to the bones, which are literally the bones of Belmetria, looks at them, touches them, gives them a lick even, in a Darmus form, shrugs. Nothing of note happens.
Okay, cool. Well, great.
Do you have a name?
I do not, but Belmetria is what your friend called me, so Belmetria it is.
Well, one thing you should do is think about as we're ready to leave this place, take a name for yourself. I mean, you're not Belmetria. You don't have to be anything that your ancestors were. I know that myself. Make your own way in the world.
Right. That is, I like that, but I do not know names. Any names I know are Darmus, Particles, and Anomia. Perhaps I should take on one of those names.
You look a lot like Darmus. It does look like a Darmus.
Yes. I'm fine. Demetria? You could combine the two? Some sort of portmanteau along those lines, perhaps?
This form I chose was just, I could look like any one of you. And she cycles between Particles and Anomia before settling back to Belmetria because the DM can't be bothered creating the icon again.
Yep.
Well, why don't we call you Bella? How about that? Bella. Does that sound lovely?
Bella. Yes.
Fantastic. Bella. Cool. Well, you see, I do want to say that what's happened here? This has crashed. No, it hasn't. If you wouldn't mind, I was just wondering if you'd be happy with me. How am I going to say this? Would you mind me riding on you? I just
why, but that just feels wrong to me.
It's just that, look, I've been studying the Dragon Lords and the Dragons for so long, and I'm busy looking for where it is, but I feel like I might have some form of special ability, and I would dearly love to experience it. I've read about it so much.
I'll go over to Darth and clap him on the back and say, "Your time will come, friend. Your time will come."
Yes. No. Yes. I'm sure it will. I'm just trying to find that feature, special traits. Trying to say.
Now that I have the ability to speak and understand, I understand now what the word awkward means. This is very awkward.
No. I mean, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. But I am actually looking for the thing that is my special background. I can't find it. Well.
Yeah. So, shall we get the hell out of here? And may the five gods help any who get in our way.
Going after the three-eyed man.
Our priorities are thus. We all wish to get out of here. And if this three-eyed man... What are you doing?
I'm trying to climb over you. Sorry. I was trying to do it slightly.
Right. And if this three-eyed man gets in our way, we'll go straight through him.
Sounds fantastic.
Where to, gentlemen? The elevator or the staircase? Which one?
Well, didn't we think that the elevator couldn't... Oh, no, we thought it could still go up a little bit higher.
Yeah, it can go higher. That was my mistake. It can go up higher.
Yeah, let's go to the elevator, right? It's been good to us.
Okay.
Third floor, haberdashery.
So just because it's fun, you're actually on the plane of Elysium, which is one of these paradise-type planes.
Oh, that's a good plane.
Yeah, that's why I was so nice to you. And I won't say why it's there. Maybe that's for a post-campaign wrap-up. But you're literally on another plane called Elysium, which is a paradise-type plane. Okay, so you get in the elevator, you ring the bell, you hear the fluttering of wings, and you go up, and you arrive up here on a whole new level.
Okay. Cool. I listened at the door to see if there's anyone out there.
Sure. Make a perception check.
15.
Your opinion, it's perfectly safe. You open
Cool.
it, someone eventually rolls a 10 on their athletics, and the door creaks open.
I go forward to here and listen to this door. See what I can hear through the
Sure.
wall.
Make a perception check.
24.
Your opinion, there's nothing on the other side, and you swing the door open, and you see
Statue, bro.
yeah, these are statues of Sydon. Yeah.
I look over at Bella and say, the three-eyed man?
That is the three-eyed man. No,
Well,
I do not think you understand. That is a statue. It is not a three-eyed man.
yes, of course, yes. No, you're absolutely right. Fantastic. This is a representation of the three-eyed man that you want to get your revenge on. Cool.
I don't know what revenge
Have you been up here
is,
before,
but
Bella?
my entire life was in that room, practically. I was let out occasionally for breeding purposes, but that was it.
Okay, well, yeah, you can take first step out if you want.
I'm gonna try to stealthily go across the corridor, looking up and down at the same time, just to get the lay of the land.
Okay.
Sort of sneaking across there.
Yep. Let's see. You saw there's a door down here.
Yeah.
And the only other way is to go around, like to the north. It's the only other exit is this one. this room door down there. And the only other direction that's obvious is north.
Well, it's yeah. Which way do you guys want to go?
I'll happily follow your lead.
Well, we know to the southwest there should be the stairwell, if that continues up the centre of the tower. So whatever is of interest would presumably be towards the north.
Yes.
So I would vote to decide all north.
Well, muddled up there, Pericles.
Yes, no, very intelligent. All right. Yes, let's.
Okay. So heading to the corridor.
Take a little sneaky peek around this corner.
Feel free to sneaky peek around this corner. You see another corridor, and there's a door right there.
Right. That feels prominent and
Yes. To
This
have
feels-
a
Sorry, I was reading something. So what are you doing? You're listening at the door, Anomia?
yes, please.
Make me a perception check. You hear... What do you hear? You do hear something. You do hear a slithering sound. And the thing that comes to mind at Anomia is a large snake. Like not large snake, like like a large snake. There we go. Much bigger than you, Anomia. That's the thing that comes to mind.
I've always wanted to see a very large snake.
Shall we scout around the corner first and then come back, maybe?
Sure, I'll go down. Oops around.
A door right here.
To the west, yeah.
Can you hear her growling?
No.
Oh, somebody just suddenly ran off.
There's another statue down there.
And doors here.
Do we know anything about these statues? Whether there's some sort of very specifics? If it's depicting anything from history that I might know of?
No, it's just statues of Sydon. There's nothing much more to say about it.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Well, these double doors seem like they might be the big ones, right? Awfully far from the elevator, but you know, it still might be the one to check out.
Which double doors?
At the bottom here. I'm going to listen.
Okay, make a perception check. All the way down there. Okay.
22.
You do hear something. Say with the 22, you hear... what languages do you speak, Damas?
Conic, Elvish, Celestial, and Common.
What are you making a growl?
You do not recognize the languages. I'll say with the 22, you know there are 3 creatures in there. And you hear a faint mechanical whirring as well.
Oh. I pass that back to the others as well, quietly.
I'm still all on board for this giant snake.
The giant snake, that's fine. We will do the giant snake. I think it has the best potential.
Was this a door up here?
It was, yeah.
And did we hear anything at that?
No one's perceived there yet.
I will perceive them.
Okay.
Let's
perception
both
check.
do it.
Yeah, okay.
Sure, so both of you make perception checks. Well, Damus. Anomia. It's interesting. Listening into other rooms is always the faint sounds of bits of metal, bits of stone creaking and moving. There's inherent sound. So just with any structure, right? It sways slightly in the wind, creaking. In your opinion, Anomia, when you listen in here, you don't hear anything. It's like a complete absence of sound.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the least sound that I've ever heard behind this door.
Yep.
Which makes me the most suspicious of it. Which makes me the most curious and obsessed.
But also you don't hear any movement either. Well, you don't hear anything. That's the point.
What do you reckon, guys?
Let's go snaky.
Okay, snaky first?
Yeah, I think so.
Rad. Now, being as we're in the blessed position of we hardly ever know that we're going to get into a bit of a shebang before we do it, but I think we're going to be in a bit of a shebang this time. So any preparations that the magic men would like to make?
Well, I mean, about the only thing that I could do is hold a prepared cantrip attack for if we open the door and discover there's something on the other side.
I can cast a spiritual weapon that I can then use my bonus action to hit with at the same time as using
Does that
things. So I might
use
cast.
a spell slot for you, though?
It does use spell slots, but
Stays up with no concentration.
stays up for concentration. I might just wait and cast it because it's a bonus casting anyway. I might just do that. So
Right, well, I'll prepare a firebolt just in case. So
I'll
if you-
prepare a cantrip then as well.
Yeah.
I'll prepare a word of radiance.
sort of Fiat Lux, is it?
Well, it's just the word. Bluebird's the word. Ready to go.
Right.
Bella,
I'm going-
Bella is just hanging out back here. She doesn't seem terribly interested in whatever you're doing. Seems to have found something else to be interested in. Okay, so someone's going to open the door, and you've got a prepared action. Is that right?
Yeah.
Who's opening the door?
I'll open the door.
You've got those ogre gauntlets, don't you?
Yeah.
Gauntlets of ogre strength.
Make me an athletics check. Okay.
Yes.
Now, you guys have prepared action. The creature inside there has a prepared action as well. So we're going to resolve that by resolving initiative.
Yeah.
20.
Door swings open. So I'll explain what you see first. You see
Of course it is.
this long hall is filled with dozens of statues. Most of the depictions are of humans, elves, dwarven warriors. Others depict cyclopses, centaurs, and minotaurs. All of them are fantastically lifelike in appearance, even down to the horrified appearance on their faces. And you get a click about what this snake-like creature is. This is the snake-like creature. And it looks like this. Oops, like this. That's the snake-like thing that you heard.
I don't know what it looks like. I'm not even looking at that pop-up.
Let me roll an initiative. 19. Oh, she goes third. Okay, so the door swings open. You see what you see, and the creature's got a long bow and it's appeared to fire at you. Anomia,
Mm.
can you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
I can do that.
You feel your body start to seize up. You look down at your feet and they're slowly turning to stone. But Anomia, rah! You push through it and you're unaffected by this
Oh,
the
thank
gaze of
gosh.
this creature.
I was like, 26 con save fails. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh no.
But Anomia, yep, you're feel free to act.
Excellent. I will. I'm going to rush in. I'm going to use the right button, and
Oh, don't we get our prepared actions first, or?
Oh, she had a
I didn't
prepared
prepare an
action. She had a prepared action as well, so we're just going to resolve it by just rolling for initiative normally. And
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
okay, so Anomia, you rush in.
rush in, and I'm going to attack her with my scimitars.
Okay.
And
24,
I'm just going to do.
Yeah, 24 hits.
And second attack.
28 hits as well. Good rolls.
Yeah. And bonus action attack. Oh.
11 misses. She finally sees you coming and she
Yeah.
retreats, dodges it. So 2 hits though. Roll damage for those.
Yep.
So 6 and a
Another 6. And because it's slashing damage from the slasher feat, she also has 10 foot less movement.
Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. As your 2 scimitars cut her, she says, how amusing. I look forward to adding to my collection and the look of terror as I defeat you. Oh, and what's this? We have other people as well. Sydon will be pleased with these additions to my collection. Damas.
Yeah, Damas is going to cast his spiritual guardians,
Okay.
making them radiant. And he's just going to look down at his feet and just get as close as he can without looking at her.
Oh.
So he'll kind of go
So
1,
it's
2,
gonna be
3.
Slightly different color. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw at the start of your turn.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So we'll see what happens as a result of that.
Okay. 21.
You're fine, as you were.
And I think it's it's a 15-foot sphere, not a 10-foot sphere.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool, thank you. So he's put her in it, and he's just staring at his feet. He does not want to have the gaze of her. Like, I might just come over to here, so I'm not in a line. So I'm there.
I'll put that on you to say that you're averting your eyes. And Naomi, you've
Mhm.
thought these type of things before. Are you averting your eyes?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll put the little blind looking thing because that looks like an eye. Okay, as the Dragon Lords of old starts swirling around Damas, she smirks and says, "Oh, how pleasant." And she takes a step out of the spiritual guardians.
She still has to make a wisdom save for the first bit. She
She
started
started-
to turn it.
Starts her turn. Okay. Wisdom save. Does she get any cool stuff on this? No, just a flat wisdom save. Oh, 3. So that's 14 damage.
14 radiant damage. See if you play.
Radiant. Radiant doesn't do anything extra, but it does hurt her. So she moves outside of the spirit guardians, because why wouldn't she? Okay, and she lashes out at you, Anomia, at advantage. With she wraps her snake-like body around you, and she's going to try and constrict you first at advantage, rolling a 27, and you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're caught up in her snake-like grip, and she actually drags you, I'll say over to there. No, she can't go that far. We'll bring her back here since she got hamstrung by Anomia, so she can't get.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, as she's got her snake-like body wrapped around her, you see her snake-like hair. They go. She's gonna make 2 snake hair attacks. Yep, 2 snake hair attacks. Boom. At advantage, a 27 and a 23.
Yep, both hit.
Both hit. Oh, you take 21 piercing and 43 poison.
43.
Yep.
64 all time. Yeesh.
Wow.
She just laughs maniacally. Particles, luckily, you are not affected by her gaze in your current position, so you no need for a con save for you.
Oh, okay. Well, so my prepared action was the
Well, feel free to do whatever you like.
firebolt.
Feel free to do whatever you
so
like.
I don't have to follow it.
Yeah. Let me just show you the range of her petrifying gaze. That's why Particles wasn't affected.
Oh,
Right.
So do whatever you like, Particles.
Well, I still think that's a pretty good blast.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So
Feel free
unless
to do
I'm
it anyway.
doing something else, or she's going to do something else, so we'll firebolt her.
23 hits. You singe Nomi a little bit, but vast majority goes to the... Oh, 24. Looks back and just snarls in your direction, Particles. This is a harder fight than she was expecting. Mind you, Nomi is looking pretty crap. Okay, Particles.
All right, so there's that, and because she's angled herself away there, I will probably just move there so I can still see her, but I'm just moderately further away.
Is our dragon buddy part of this, there, Malcolm?
Bella.
Bella. Oh, there she is. Right. Yay.
This is not the three-eyed man. Anomia.
But he's trying to prevent us from... Oh. Bella.
Anomia, you're averting your eyes. You're constricted in her grip. What do you do?
I'm going to bonus action Amazonian battle cry.
Nice.
And what? Am I just grappled or restrained or what?
Technically restrained, so your attacks are at disadvantage.
Right. But I imagine she's a monstrosity.
Yes.
I have advantage on attacks against creatures of my favorite enemy type while I'm doing my battle cry.
Straight roll.
So that'll flatten that out. Straight roll. Get some straight rolls going on here.
Interestingly, in D&D, if you have 1,000,000 disadvantages and 1 advantage, it's still flat. Because you're under 2 disadvantages. You're reverting your eyes and you're grappled. But it cancels it out. We're at bottom line, 14 misses. 25
25
hit. 25 hits. Yeah, you managed to get your scimitar in just the right place. She takes 11 points of slashing damage. How very, very cute.
Yeah, that's about all I can do.
Okay, still firmly entrenched in her snake-like body. Damus, averting your eyes, concentrating on your spirit guardians. What do you do?
Yep. I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon, just at a 2nd level. It doesn't require concentration, so I can have that up as well, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, totally, bro.
Yep, totally. And you
Yeah,
can
so
attack
I'll
in this
cast-
round as well. What does it look like?
Until we move to 2024 rules, and then no way.
What does your spiritual weapon look like?
It's the Xiphos. It's the Xiphos. Just
So
going to
we'll
put
say
it behind.
Oh, there's the dagger right there. Feel free to move that around.
Just want to put it there.
Sure. And you can make an attack.
And make an attack with it. Did I not make an attack with it?
No, 18 hits. So slashing
18 hits?
Yeah, 13
13 force damage.
Yep.
And then I'm just going to move into with my eyes averted. 1, 2, 3. Like that. Put her back in there. That is my turn. Oh, that was a bonus action. I can still take a dodge action as well. Yeah, cool.
Dodge. Okay, so
yeah, a spirit. Yeah, and what was it? That was a spirit guardian. So I'll re-roll it for this round.
I just need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's a terrible roll.
20. So 4
okay,
points of
only
damage.
4 instead of 8.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. She drags Anomia over to here. And as she's constricting the bloody form of Anomia, she's just, and it's just poison. You see green ichor dripping down her face. She says to Damus, look, you are far outmatched here. This creature in your grips is almost dead. You have one chance to retreat now, or I will kill this creature right now.
In my knowledge of Medusas, do I know that if they die, they suddenly turn petrifying, or that sort of thing?
So you're saying
Freddy.
You're saying the creatures that they petrified become unpetrified when she dies? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I'm saying that if she were to just sort of like slice and dice Anomia, would she instantly petrify, or does she just die like another death, like a bleed out death?
Make a history check.
Yep. $16.
Your opinion, Damas, is just a plain old death.
Oh, then I'm like, fine. I'm not scared of you, snake woman.
So be it. You have chosen your companion's face, and she is going to sink her snake here into you again, Anomia. Advantage. That would be a natural 20.
Oh, shit.
And you watch.
Does that not hit?
Oh, well,
Yep.
I.
Yeah, so I've got my special feature, my reaction.
Well, let me do the damage just in case it matters. It's 15
Okay.
piercing and 30 poison, which is more than enough to knock
Oh.
you out.
Yeah.
Would there be a slight reduction in that damage because of your
Yeah.
yell?
Yeah,
the
but
poison?
it'd still take me out. Took me out.
Okay, I do have my visions of danger. When one of my allies takes damage, I use my reaction to move up to my speed and cast a beneficial spell as a reaction.
Okay.
And can't you just give her like a bad roll?
No, I haven't. I don't have the foresight yet. I haven't done that. So I'm just going to cast a wee healing word on Anomia to bring her back up.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so you instantly go down and you come back with whatever Dharma.
Yeah, funny. Yeah, cool. Here we go. And add, I think, +5 to that, so 16. I think it's +5. I always forget. Features and traits, healing spells. Yeah, I'll let you know more soon. Cool.
And she says, "Oh, what a quaint little trick." And she attacks again with her snake here and rolls a 14. Does a 14 hit?
Miss, bro, miss.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, by the way, I got to move there as well, up to my move speed as part of that reaction. It's almost like I saw the thing coming. Yep, yeah.
Drives her snake here, takes him out, you heal him back up, and then she's so surprised that she rolls terribly at advantage and misses. Pericles, you're seeing this madness happening. Still not affected by her gaze, it seems.
Right. Okay. Well. So I think I can. Well, I could sculpt it anyway, but I'll do an aim point. I'll drop a fireball in there, but make sure that even though Anomia is wrapped up in it, she'll be shielded by the body of the thing anyway. So
sure.
Let's drop that in.
Okay, so fireball. On her saving throw. And the fireball explodes around her. She takes a full 43 points of damage.
Wow.
And for the first time, you see as you're still being squeezed, Anomia, the look of fear in her eyes. Her bravado and confidence has gone as the fire explodes in the room.
Then Bella, if you want your revenge on the three-eyed man, I sincerely hope that perhaps you could help us save Anomia. You know, we helped save you, and we're definitely helping you in the future. So if you wouldn't mind helping out with this little combat, please.
I think that's no trouble, though.
Yes.
It's fine.
Persuasion roll?
It was a pretty good roll.
Not seeing the roll.
What was that for? Sorry, I didn't. You cut out.
Oh, sorry.
Persuasion.
Persuasion, please. Yes.
Let's go. A 4.
Bella comes in, looks inside. Wanders on past. Anomia, somehow you're still alive. Still being constricted, though. Still being restrained, in fact.
Yeah. I don't think I'd like to be restrained anymore.
You can make me an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Excellent. Acrobatics, please.
Sure, I'll tell you the DC. The DC is 16. Oh, no problem.
Oh.
You break out, still avoiding
Dirty.
your eyes, and she tries to constrict you again, but you just snake on out. Oh, don't snake, you unsnake on out.
I unsnake on out, but that has left me with. That's my action. I'm going to. I'm going to retreat back this way, and she's going to take an opportunity attack, I guess.
Try and constrict you again. Oh, and she rolls a 12 and a 12. With a +9, I rolled a double 3s on advantage. So you do unsnake your way out of there. She tries to grapple you, but doesn't. Then her eyes slowly turn towards Damas. Okay, I know that. Cool.
And, bonus action. Bonus action. Nothing.
Okay. Damas. She looks angry, and her eyes are on you.
So my bonus action, I move my Xiphos to here and take a little attack with the old Xiphos. Where are we? Spellielli was a 2nd level spiritual weapon, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Boom. Oops, that was the wrong one, but you know, if this hits, then that'll be great. 17. Does a 17 hit?
17 does it.
8 force damage, please.
Okay, got it.
And I'm just going to stay there, trying to put that giant statue in between the pair of us.
Okay.
And I'll take the dodge action. Thank you.
I shall take a wisdom saving throw, rolling a 16.
Oh, then I'll re-roll this as well, which is, where is my spiritual weapon? Here it is. There we go.
Guardian.
Spirit Guardian.
Spiritual Guardian, sorry. Whoops, there we go. That's what I meant. Boom.
Terrible roll.
Yeah, no, that was
the
my,
spiritual
yeah,
weapon.
that was my.
So I did 9
Yeah,
damage,
cool.
so I'll give her another 5 points of damage.
Yeah. Oh, that was my tongues. Yes. Cool. And I will literally stay right there.
Climbs on top of the statue, looks down at you and grins. She's going to try and constrict you. This will be a straight roll because you're dodging, but you're also averting your eye. So she gets advantage and disadvantage. So a straight constrict roll. She rolls a 19. I think that just
19
hits.
is my AC, exactly.
Okay, so you take 18 points of bludgeoning damage and make... Can you fail that con save? Can you fail a DC 10 con save?
I can with a natural one.
Okay. But regardless...
That's not a natural one.
Okay, and so she grabs you and constricts you with her snake-like tail as she peers over top of this massive statue. Then her snake hair shoots. Once again, this will be straight rolls. 16 and a 24.
Miss.
So one of those will hit.
Yep.
8 piercing and 22 poison.
So that's 30.
Yeah, so DC 15 con save.
Let's go. Come on. Passed it. There we go. Passed it.
Okay, so despite these snake here just injecting you with poison, you manage to maintain your concentration. As Pericles, roll me a d6 and roll a 4, 5, or 6.
D6. Roll for everyone. 4.
Because you're right on the edge of her petrifying gaze. You're right in the middle. In fact, I'll show you.
Right.
So I thought I'd leave it to chance and say 50-50 because...
Petrobagust gaze.
There it is. That's it. So literally cuts you in half. So I figured 50-50 was a good way to do it. Okay. Pericles.
Well, I'm sick of squeezing my friends, so taste another fiery bolt.
Okay. Firebolt searches across 26 hits. Oh, massive. She recoils back Oh, no, that's not right. That. And she's looking very damaged. Now, just filled
I
with
might.
rage. Yep.
Yeah, I might just then, given the getting too close there for comfort, I'm going to take one step back down the corridor anyway, which still gives me angle.
Puss.
Yep.
I'm done.
Bella's gonna have a look. She says, okay, I think you're right. She takes a dash action to get right next to the Medusa, but that will take a dash action to get there. Nomia. Averting your eyes.
Yeah.
Damas being squeezed like a pimple. What do you do?
Oh, Damas. I'm sorry, bro. I'll come in. I'll run in and make some attacks. I'll do my battle cry, so I get advantage. So the disadvantages evened out.
Straight roll? Sure.
Straight rolls.
Oh, 12
Miss.
misses. 12 misses, yes. Swing and a miss.
Hey!
Oh!
Hey!
Hey! All the buttons. You can roll if you like, but she has 8 hit points. I'm pretty sure you're going to do more than 8. So,
Yay.
Anomia.
How do you want to do this?
I come in and I see Naomi. I see 2 Damases next to this, and I'm not sure which is which. So I come in and I kick off of one, and I kick off the other one, and then come through and do that thing where you bring both swords across at once,
Oh, cool.
and both swords swing, and it's off with her head.
Like in a Trenton Tarantino movie, there's an initial burst of blood coming out of the stump, then a slightly smaller one, then her head falls to the side. All right, gentlemen, we're just going to pause for a second there so I can say goodnight to the kidlings. And
Yep.
I'll see you guys in just a moment. No, yeah. Okay, see you guys in a bit.
elemental damage.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Okay, gentlemen, I am back
Oh.
with the
Okay.
advanced Medusa defeated.
Does she have anything cool on her person?
She's got a long bow.
I've got one of those.
And apart from that, just a bunch of statues.
And those statues themselves, everything on them is turned to stone. It's not like they're got anything on them, gear or equipment.
Centaur's got a stone
I've always
sword,
wondered
for
that
example. I think the
if they
rule is
petrify,
non-magical things get petrified as well.
Yeah.
So there aren't any mysterious glowing daggers besides the one that.
Apart from this one, which quickly vanishes.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to still keep up my spirit guardians as best I can for the next 10 minutes or so. Shall we go down to that?
We had a question about the Shield of Vulcan, whether there was whether we'd found something to put on it.
A medium or smaller creature can be attached to the front of the shield by wedging it. The severed head of a medium shield person. Is this a medium creature? Large.
Yes,
Cool.
large, yep.
Thought so. All right.
Did we not encounter the bull-headed Medusas that could cause paralysis, or was it a breath weapon? I thought we'd captured one of those. Or, you remember when we went up the three? We had the three passages for getting in, and we had the smelly passage, the pleasant smelling, and the one there. Did we not encounter? What was the monster we encountered there? I thought that was a Medusa as well.
It was
exactly large variety.
Yes, exactly the same mechanically as this one. So once again, large.
Oh, okay.
You just can't tell the difference in size, and so you cut off his head and gave it to me anyway.
So why not?
Shall we do some healing, boys and gals? You look like you can do with a good burst of heal.
I can do with a good burst of heal, yeah.
I'll give you I'll give you 2 first levels if that's okay. And I'll explain my logic soon. So it gets +5 for both of these. So that's 7 + 5 and 6 + 5. So 10 + 13 is 23. How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling just under half-ish.
Alright, I'll give you one of these ones
39.
as well then.
Yeah.
Add 5 to this.
Are you casting
come
healing
through?
words or cure wounds?
I'm casting healing words because I'm using the other one for thing. So 13 + 5 is another 18.
Yeah.
If only there was another healer here.
Sweet. No, that's good. I'm rough and ready, mate.
Yeah, I'm rough and ready as well. I want it.
Those first 50 hit points sort of tend to fall off anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that we go down to that other room with the 3 creatures in it and we try and sort of stir some shit up there.
Yeah. You don't want to go to that silent room, the super quiet one?
No, I don't want to go to the silent room. While I've got my spirit guardians up, I want to go straight there.
Okay. Let's go. Let's rock.
Oh, come on, roll 20. Roll 20 is being very unresponsive.
You guys are going to the silent door, is that right?
No, we're going to the bottom one.
Okay.
One that Dharma said some stuff at.
Well, I'll just move you down
The
since
three.
some of you are having roll 20 problems. So I'll just shuffle you down like that. Oh, now roll 20 is being weird for me. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, yeah, so this was a room you heard voices that you didn't recognize in a language you didn't understand, and some strange clicking mechanical sounds.
So Darmus is going to stay back because he's cast his spirit guardian, so he hasn't seen these people. So he's going to stay back just in case they're allies. And does someone else want to open the door?
Yeah, just a sec. I think I wanna.
So you're going to do the open again, and I've got my prepared cantrip.
I think I'm going to. Conjure animals.
What are you conjuring?
Couple of dire wolves.
Direwolves?
2 CR1 dire wolves.
Technically, I get to choose, but we'll go with direwolves. That's fine. Direwolf. Come up in just a sec.
Sorry, I missed that.
Well, technically, I choose when conjure animals are
Oh,
conjured,
yeah.
but direwolves are fine. And I'll
Cool.
just give you control over those, Vinny.
Yeah.
Anomia. And Anomia. And yeah, one at the front, one at the back. There we go. So just make sure you can drag those around, Anomia.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
concentration, I believe.
Yes. Yeah, I do believe, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Concentration and 1 hour.
Cool.
But the dire wolves look like giant kittens. Great.
Dire kittens, cool.
Yeah, so I'll open this door if you like.
Yes, please.
Just make me an athletics check, Anomia.
Yep.
No problemo. You swing open the door. And what you see, this chamber is dominated by 2 massive contraptions. The first is a mythal orrery. Who can tell me what an orrery is? Because I didn't know.
So it's a model of a solar system showing planetary bodies or other things that you can use to predict things like eclipses or similar, or the predictions of planets and seasons and things like that. So it's a big mechanical calendar and solar system.
Spoken like the true teacher, yes indeed. So it's a word I've learnt. So it's a model of the solar system that shows the relative positions and motions of the planets around the sun. And you learned for the first time that Thylia is not on a flat Earth. It is in fact on a globe. The second item is a gilded bronze telescope some 20 feet long and apparently designed for use by a giant. And you see 3 angel-type creatures with dark black wings and a fiery red hair. And they see you, Anomi, and they say, we have visitors. How quaint. And they go back to talking about something in a language none of you understand. They're almost indifferent with your presence, Anomia.
Well, I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna click the right button and walk in and introduce myself. She'll want to come up here. And so my name is Onomia Principica Polymistis, and I'm here to defy your Lord Sydon.
First of all, Damas, I'm keeping you need to decide at some point whether these guys are enemies or not for the Spirit Guardians purposes.
Yep. Sorry. I'm going to hang out in the corridor while I'm waiting.
You have to decide when you cast the spell.
I know exactly. So that's the thing. So I can't put them into the presence of it. That's why I'm hanging out in the corridor. I'm not going to come in until it's time to. If I come in, that means they've.
Okay. Yeah. So at the point you exclude creatures, like you exclude Anomia and everybody else, but you haven't excluded these guys, so therefore they'll be affected. I think that's the thinking, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it was the same thing that I was trying to say to Vinny about his direwolves. His direwolves shouldn't have been cast into the spirit thing because I've already.
There we go.
Right. Yeah.
So
Okay.
the cats will have move in. So when you say this, Anomia, one of the creatures comes up to you, looks you up and down, even smells you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
This is two things of note to discuss here. Number one, whatever your name is, you have conducted yourself well. I do not detect the stench of an oathbreaker on you. And you said we are allies of Sydon? We have no love for Sydon.
Excellent.
But allow us to introduce ourselves. I'm Electa. That is Majera. This is Tsophone. Collectively, we are cured the Furies.
The Furies. Ah.
The Furies. Not the Furries. The Furies. If you're into Fury cosplay, I guess you could dress up as one of these guys. Not that cute doe-eyed things they used to do. I assume...
Your aegis to ferry Oathbreakers to the Isle of the Oathbreakers, is it not?
Underlings, but ultimately it is up to us. We are, shall we say, the head of the Oathbreaker system. Why have you come here, Anomia?
Well, it is curious to find you here also. We have come to oppose Sydon and to not pass judgment on him, but prevent him from passing his unholy judgment on the rest of the world.
We have no quarrel with Sydon as such. He has remained loyal to the oath he took 500 years. 500 years? Yeah, 500 years ago. And that oath is but 3 days from expiring.
He may have, in letter of the law, remained faithful to this oath, but in spirit, he has broken it over and over. Did your vision see far enough to witness the savage storm that he sent onto the city of Mitros?
Do you... Let me get this clear. You were talking to the people who are responsible for oaths, and you dare to lecture us about what constitutes oath breaking or not? Frigate witch.
Hey, I was just talking, man.
Watch your tongue. Do not dare to contemplate and debate with us what constitutes the breaking of an oath or not.
Okay, that's cool.
They kind of glare at you. Yep.
Hmm?
I hit an
Well, perhaps we should leave the Furies in peace and seek to find where Lord Sydon is, since he's clearly not here.
We
So,
do
yeah,
not
just-
have love for Sydon. While your words are arrogant, mortal, they do have some an inkling of a truth. Sydon has pushed his limits time and time and time again. While he has not technically broken anything, we have no love for him. I assume you are here to kill him, destroy him, banish him, something like that. Am I right?
Any of those things would be great, yes. We would seek your counsel also, wise Furies.
We have counsel to give, but is not free counsel. What have you got to offer us?
What would we have that such auspicious beings as yourselves would even want? We're, as you said, mere mortals muddling along the world.
Well, if your mortal brain cannot contemplate a gift suitable for us, then perhaps our conversation is over.
We would have nothing to offer but our word.
This lack of love you have for Sydon, would it please you to harness the power of his lightning? And I pull out the javelin of lightning and offer it to them and say, will this suffice as an offering to you?
Tsophony comes over, takes the javelin of lightning. This we like. It is not only magical, but somehow sticks the proverbial middle finger at Sydon. We find your gift acceptable. And she takes the javelin of lightning.
Do the other two need gifts?
You have friends
in our
out
travels.
there. Why are your friends hiding in the corner? Bella sneaks in and says, Nephili, it is good to see you. No longer caged.
Nephili. Oh.
Nephili.
And Bella, quote unquote, says, Nephili. I like that name. What about the rest of your companions? I hear one of them mumbling to himself in the corridor. Perhaps he would like to join us. I mean, it would be rude not to.
Of course.
Yes,
All right, I'm coming. Just my ancestors tend to get in the way of me meeting new people occasionally. Right? Funny. Haha. Here I come. And I dropped the Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Whew. I was just out there and really wanted to join in the conversation. You have no idea how unbelievably pleased I am to be able to come in here. Yes, I didn't want to hurt these wolves, and I didn't want to hurt you. Oh my goodness, look at this place. This place is... Wow, look at all these things. These planetesimals. My goodness.
We
Wow,
got
fantastic.
you mumbling about a gift for each of us. What a
Well,
splendid idea.
Well, in our travels to the lands of the Nether Sea, we gathered this talisman of the sphere, which controls an orb of mighty power. So I will offer the talisman of the sphere, for being it as a magical item of power.
Oh, well, this is another symbol as well. We will accept your gift. This is linked to annihilation and death. And annihilation and death is coming to the world of Thylia in the coming days. It's a matter of which side of history you're going to land on. Maybe you'll be forgotten, defeated. Of course, the history books are written by the winners. And so you'll either be sung about by the poets or forgotten forever. Same with Sydon. Annihilation is coming. One more gift.
So you just need to take that off my...
Yep.
Just unequip it?
Yep.
Remove it?
I don't really have that much.
Well, we have again a set of, although I fear that these might not be worthy of you, gloves capable of grabbing missiles from the air, which we would bestow upon you if that was of use to you.
Is acceptable. Once
In
again.
magical items. Mm-hmm.
Once again, I like the symbolism. The future is up for grabs. It's just going to take someone with the courage and the discipline to snatch it. So we like this. We have some information that we think might help you. If worse comes to worse, and you get yourself in a bit of a pickle, take a dagger, a sword, something like that, and jam the orrery. That will temporarily pause time in your favor. Use it wisely. It will only work once.
Sorry, what? Are we going to fight here?
Time stop. Yeah.
I am telling you, you fight where you must, but if you're required to pause for a moment or two, you and your companions, then by stopping the orrery, time will temporarily stop in your favor. Use it.
How defined temporarily? Like a day, days, hours, minutes, moments?
Let me explain in detail about what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm looks it up.
Ready.
You get to cast this spell.
Yep.
But all your companions are included, is the only distinction.
Yep. 1d4 plus 1 turns. Okay, and it's by jamming up this thing here. Cool.
So only if you can't cast spells on people outside of the time stop, unless then it'll break it. But you could like heal. Heals are the obvious thing to do here. Bunch of free healing. The second thing we will tell you there is a room to the north of here. A room most mysterious nature because it does not
Mhm.
open to a normal room. It opens to a place called the Astral Sea. Are you familiar with the Astral Sea?
Astral Sea?
I believe it is it's a different place than this place. It's the Sea of
Is that where
Stars.
did we get the boat from it? The Ultros from it? No, that was the Nether. No, the Nether Sea was underneath. Oh.
The Ultros was just on the normal plane, nothing mysterious about where you found
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You are partially right, Anomia. It is almost the place between places.
Mm.
There, time flows very oddly. Gravity does not obey its normal rules. And if you look into the Astral Sea, you will see a red star. Now, red stars, like everything, have finite timescales. This star is mere minutes away from death. But as I said, time flows differently in the Astral Sea. It remains as it is now on the very brink of death. What it longs for, more than anything, is to be reunited with its lover. Have you seen the outside of the Tower of Sydon? Do you remember what's there?
Mm.
Big red gem. The lighthouse style beacon thing.
The Tower of Sydon is an impossible structure. It is built on stone. At 1,500 feet of stone, pressing down on its base is literally impossible. The Tower of Sydon should fall upon itself, but plainly it is not. It is kept alive by the star that rests on top of the Tower of Sydon. If the two loving stars are brought together, that would be the end of the Tower of Sydon.
Awesome.
This is... I have presented you with a problem, but even I cannot give you the solution. But if you find a way to bring the two lovers together, then the Tower of Sydon would be no more.
That big contraption behind you, right there, that sort of ocular sort of device, does that happen to look into that astral sea?
It can only see things on the prime material plane.
Aha.
We use it to keep an eye on people who are breaking oaths, people who do not do what they said. And I must admit, we've been keeping an eye on you. You have taken oaths. We were particularly fascinated with the oath you took against Lutheria. It
Yes.
was very interesting. And once again, you know this, but you cannot attack her for 900 odd days now.
Yep.
We can't kill her.
Totally.
Can't
Can't
kill her.
kill
That's right.
Freddy.
So,
Fantastic.
if the ancient red star could be lured to the mortal world, to destroy the tower, use the light of its younger lover. And if those two could meet, boom. Let's just say we'd have to re-establish our base of operations. Finally.
You're not worried about getting injured in the blast?
We have survived, but this long a blast does not worry us. Now, your companion there, Nephili, This Nephilim
Yes.
looks completely bored of this conversation. He has no interest in it. Apart from when they talk about maybe destroying the tower, her ears prick up, as it were. Nephilim, Anomia, Pardicles, and Damas. Sydon is an interesting creature. He has made a mockery of both dragons and gods. And Nephilim, you deserve to have your vengeance. Do not know if you know this or not, Nephilim, but I suspect not. But when Belmetria fell in the initial battle of Mitros, Sydon, Lutheria, one of them managed to slice off a bit of the mighty dragon. And you, Nephilim, were grown as a clone of Belmetria. The idea was Sydon wanted to twist your mind, twist you, pervert you, so that have a Belmetria, creature of great power, on his side. But Nephilim, you showed the bravery of your, I'm going to say, mother. You resisted, and you resisted. Yes, you were forced to born evil dragons, but none of them would be as powerful as you. Why, you are not Belmetria. The closest I could phrase it is that you're a clone of Belmetria. Sydon looking to pervert you, but he failed in that. You have the strength of Belmetria within you. Nephilim says, so, when do we get to kill Sydon? Let's get to it. I deserve my vengeance for what he's done to me. And I don't know what magic has made you talk, Nephilim, but no one was there to talk to you. I mean, we learn language by listening to people who spoke the language, and no one ever spoke to you. So enjoy this gift you've been given, Nephilim. If I know anything about the magic that's been cast upon you, this will be temporary. So you have words to say to Sydon? Now would be the time.
Well, it has been most fortuitous meeting upon you, Furies. I hope to never see you again.
Oh, you keep your word, Anomi, and we won't have to.
I shall redouble my efforts.
Very good.
Right, so essentially our choices are to go to the Astral Sea through that door to the north, potentially. And was there another door to the far east
Down
of us?
here. Door down here.
When we came right to, I think it's over
So
down
that
here
might
somewhere.
No,
that might be Sydon through there.
Sydon's bedroom is to the south, and his throne room connects to his bedroom.
Yeah.
So
we think the Astral Sea is up here, right?
well, let me be clear. Going to the Astral Sea will not serve you. The planet.
No, we need to get the
here.
gem from the lighthouse to chuck into the Astral Sea.
Uh-huh. Okay. Is that how it goes, Malcolm?
Yeah. So so without the weird mist. Why don't I move you all into the Astral Sea so you can have a look? So there is the Astral Sea in that room. We'll just say you go in there, curiously have a look. There's a planet, a red planet that is just hovering there.
Star,
and according to the Furies, they're it's moments away from death, but it's kind of waiting there to find a way to get reunited with its lover, and its lover is the eye on the top of the Tower of Sydon.
Yep.
And
Yep.
how you'd get those two together, you don't know. So you can go there. You can even go into the Astral Sea if you like, but it's a planet. There's no way of dragging a planet here.
Yeah. So we got to get the piece to it. Cool.
So going to the Astral Sea will not serve you, but finding a way to lure it from the Astral Sea to the Tower of the Eye of Sydon, which is its lover on the top there. It's got a weird planets have lovers, but that's where we're at.
Cool.
And Sydon's bedroom is through here, and then that attaches to their throne room, occurring to the Furies.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And these, this sort of balcony-ish sort of thing to the west, that's out into just the world?
Just a window on the side of the tower. So you look out there and you see the Ultros. You see some boats, but it seems your crew is adept enough to keep the Ultros hidden, which is not terribly difficult considering the storms that are raging. It's very easy. Lots of rain, lots of mist. But you do spot the Ultros. Now that's your way back to the mainland for the upcoming battle. Or you could just go on a holiday and leave it to some other people to save the world, but it seems Mitros is where shit's going to go down.
Yep.
Rad. Well, it feels like we've got a couple of decisions to make. One being, do we go in and fussy Sydon like right now while we've got, us?
Potential time stop. Yep.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, we'll always have that outsider's door,
Yep.
Or do we try and get this gem from the top of the tower first?
I think we try and do that first, right?
Yeah.
Won't that annoy him and potentially limit his power?
Yeah, it will very much annoy him and limit his power. It might make fighting him kind of not really a thing.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing, because we'll lose the Oculus, won't we? Orrery, whatever it's called, because it'll be gone. So maybe we do fight him beforehand and then take care of it afterwards, right?
Well, does the like in terms of this time stop there, does that actually allow us to damage him for those rounds?
No.
It
allows us
spells. You can cast spells on yourself, like wizards would often use it to go and cast mage armor and things like that, and healing spells, protecting spells, that type of stuff. So it's just spells on yourself.
You can set up like area of effect control stuff, as long as it's not.
Right. Well, in any case, that because we'd have to jam this and then go into the combat. I fail to see if we've only got 1d4 plus 1 turns. That's not going to get us very far.
No, I think it'll be a duck out and jam it in the middle of battle situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's a shame you don't have your little mechanical bird. It would have been optimal to send the bird.
Do you want me to cast mending on your bird?
Well, we can try that. Normally it takes 8 hours to repair. Gabby.
I've got a mending cantrip. You have a mending cantrip too, don't you?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we try and Captain Planet our mending together?
By your mending powers combined.
Yeah.
What are you mending? I was reading some lore.
Trying to meet Gabby.
Gabby is healed by mending spells, so you can have Gabby back.
Yay!
And
There's
can Gabby manipulate? Well, for the thing, how fast can Gabby fly? Because we would need to know how quickly she could get back here to perform that role. Can she
Gabby
understand
can
it?
fly.
80 feet.
So in a dash, is that dashing?
Nope. That'll be
No, that's just her
160
fly
feet.
speed. Yeah.
She's super
Wow.
fast.
Yeah.
By the
Cool.
way, says the
Alright.
Furies, to bring the lovers together, we can tell you that the star can be lured to the mortal word to destroy the tower with the light of its younger lover.
Aha.
Oh, the light. It doesn't need to be the actual object. We might just need to do some tricks with mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, set up an Instagram thirst account.
Set up an
Yeah,
OnlyFans dealing with planets.
Nice.
Right, but would it have to be the color of the lover, which is red?
The light, yeah. I think it will have to be more specific than just red. Yes.
Yeah. If we shot a sunbeam through it or something like that.
Yeah.
Not to destroy it, to sort of channel it through it, and maybe it'll send the glow out in the world.
Mm.
Well, I mean, it is technically sunlight, but it needs to be the sunlight of the particular star, surely.
No,
Yeah.
I understand that, but like this eye is like a big jewel, isn't it, on the top of the tower, isn't it?
Like that from a distance,
Let's send
but
Gabby
it's
up to investigate.
So
Well, we have to
yeah.
have to find an entrance or exit first. I mean,
Yeah.
these are glass windows, I should imagine. I doubt that we're able to get out
What do you mean glass?
in front of the telescope.
Yeah, why do you keep doing that, Pericles?
My immersion in this world. You can't change the laws of physics.
Just adventuring with a neurotic wizard is...
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm pretty sure I could knock a hole in that window, but could I do it quietly enough that Sydon won't?
Yes.
To soften, he says, no, there is no breaking the windows. There are very magical enchantments on them cast by Lord Sydon. There is no breaking the windows.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, if we do have some way of attracting the star to destroy the tower, we still need to find the original star. So, do we try and go and find the stairwell at least, and see if the stairs carry on further to the roof or to the top of the tower?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
the elevator. Did we finally reach the top of the elevator's range?
Yeah, but
Doesn't go any
elevators don't
higher.
always go to the roof.
Yeah, just checking.
Goes no higher.
Right.
So, technically, if I'm spatially right, the stairwell should be in here. But we haven't found a doorway to get in there. Would
There was a doorway over here. Yep.
So that one would be where we'd need to go, I would think.
Yeah. Let's do some ninjing around.
Okay, cool.
And there was no other doors that we found so far on this level.
There's doors
No.
here that leads to Sidon's bedroom, and then to his throne room. Just to the
Well, I
south.
don't think we're ready for him yet. Let's see if we can mess with his pad.
Yeah. Let him have a sleep in, bro.
Okay,
To
so
the roof?
I'll swing you around over here. Saves you the walk. Nephili will come as well. This is Particles. And we'll have your wolves just up. Whoops. Your dire wolves just above you like that. There we go.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so you swing around to the other side. Here now. There's a door right there.
I'll have a look.
Have a listen. Okay. Perception check. You hear echoing sounds like you've heard before, implying that there is a stairway behind here, but you also hear something else. You hear a deep female voice, and it's saying, no. Got to work with the cuticles some more. My cuticles need tending. You damn fools. Now wash my feet while you're at it. But don't touch the nails. Keep my nails dry. You hear a voice. But mistress, how are we supposed to wash your feet and keep your toes dry? Just do it! And you hear as someone's getting some type of beauty treatment.
Does it sound like Lutheria?
I'm going to say no. Whoever it is, it's
No.
deep, booming. It's a deep female voice, but it's not Lutheria.
Is it? Oh my gosh. Who was listening to it?
Me. Anomia.
Right. Anomia. Okay. Cool. Here's my idea that's maybe popped into my head. Who's the girl? Who's the goddess who sacrificed herself? Mitros. Was she known for her vanity?
For her bravery. So no.
For her bravery, not for her vanity. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, Damas does not think that it's Mitros who's faked her death to help us.
Right.
Cool.
Well,
we know of none of the other Titans, so we know there's Lutheria and there's Sydon. They're the ones that were downstairs, trapped or enslaved in the Nether Sea.
There's Ketamine, the 100-handed.
Ketamine, the multi-handed one.
The horse tranquilizer.
Yeah. But in the pantheon of Titans, we know of no others.
No, I don't
you
think
killed
so.
one of them.
Oh.
You killed Sidon's daughter, Versik.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, did she
you know,
want the family business?
You know that he has many children.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't think we know anything about this person.
Well, shall we meet them?
Yes, let's.
It seems that is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, open the door. We'll go and see if I can use our mending on her nails.
I'll open the door.
Just a sec. There's a part here, I think. So this is the person you'll see once I open the door for you.
Chelsea.
And swing the door.
That is a strong look.
I'll just change one thing here. Okay, so you open the door. You see a gigantic form of that, the art I just showed you. And she's sitting on one of these thrones, and some two servants are giving her a manicure of sorts. You see the stairway going down, and unfortunately you can't do this sneak down because there's a a stairway. This is open here. There's no doorway here, which is why you can see through.
Yeah.
And you see this massive. But you also see this map of Thylea in the middle of the room. And I'll just tell you this now. Once you get closer to the map, you'll notice that you see the storms raging around the Praxis Tower. And if you peer especially closely and take a few moments, you'll see ships gathering outside the harbour of Mitros, poised to attack once the Oath of Peace is ended. So it's not so much a map, it's more like the ultimate version of Google Earth, where everything moves, everything's accurate, everything's up to speed. So some powerful magic happening there. But you look in, Chelsea sees you, and she says, "Oh, visitors! How delightful! I am Mr. Bored. Why don't you come in and introduce yourselves?"
Huh?
Fine.
Don't shout from the
Excuse me.
corridor. I don't want to raise my voice. Come inside.
I understand. I just roll 20 has cast a frozen spell on me. Oh no, that's because I was trying to lift. I was not choosing Dharma, so I was choosing the other one. All right.
Oh,
like,
Even you can't tell them apart.
And you have pets. How delightful. And she stands up and says, "May I pet them?" And she pets them without waiting for you to confirm.
Mm.
Oh, they're a bit smelly, to be honest. Anyway, my name is Chelsea. And what are you doing here? That's an interesting conversation that will have to wait till next week. Where perhaps some star-crossed lovers are finally reintroduced, albeit that they're weird star-type creatures. And also, this is the top level apart from the place where the Eye of Sydon. It's not really the Eye of Sydon, where that planet rests on top. It's a globe. And as I said, the star can be lured to the mortal wood by destroying the tower with the light of its younger lover. So what that might mean, you get some ideas, we'll see if they work. But no Sydon. No Sydon here. What's up with